Good afternoon and welcome. Glad you could make it today. So let's get right into it and talk about Clipboard Managers. This is Go for Lunch for August 29th, 2023. Brought to you by GoFor Technology. I'm Roger Harmon, your host, and we're here to make your technology work for you. So this is National More Herbs, Less Salt Day. So what herbs might you consider to season your food instead of salt? Well, here's some suggestions I found. So hopefully that will give you some incentive to cut down on your salt and use these healthy herbs to season your foods. So Clipboard Managers. Well, let's talk about the basics. So the clipboard, what is it? Well, that's the space where things that you copy are kept. So this works on your Mac and your iOS devices. The problem is that Apple's clipboard only holds one item at a time. So when you clip something, it replaces what was there previously. So that has limited utility. So there is also something called the Universal Clipboard, which works between devices, and we'll look at that a little later. So a Clipboard Manager takes care of that problem that Apple has by providing software that lets you clip multiple items and retrieve them anytime you want. So it saves a lot of time when you're copying and pasting. So there are free clipboard managers, there are paid clipboard managers, and we're going to look at both of those. So the free clipboard managers that I have looked at and have good reviews are Clip Tools, FlyCut, Clippy, and CopyQ. Now there's a lot of other ones out there. The way you find these is you go to the Mac App Store, put in Clipboard Managers as your search criteria, and you'll find a lot of them. But I would limit your choice to these four. Some of them we're not sure of, but these four should work for you. So in the paid Clipboard Managers, we have Pastebot at $12.99. It has a 14-day free trial. We have CopyClip at $7.99. We have Copy'em at $14.99. And we have Paste, which is $14.99 a year in the App Store, or it's available on SetApp. SetApp, you may ask, what is that? Well, let's take a little detour and talk about SetApp. So SetApp, it powers your workflow. It provides a single subscription for up to 240 or more than 240 apps. It works with Mac and iOS. And they have a 7-day free trial. So let's look at that. Oops. Let's look at it here. Okay, so how does it work? Well, you just download any of those 240 apps, and you install them on your Mac, and you use them. So okay, you have no sound. Let me check that. So it looks like you should have sound. And now, yeah, poor squirrel is right. So do we have sound now, folks? We should have some sound. Let me know. So while we are waiting for someone to tell me if you can hear me. Oh, we have sound. Okay, great. Okay, so you become a SetApp member. You can try it for 7 days for free, and you can pay monthly or you can pay annually. So there are all sorts of apps here. They have them broken down as far as how to optimize your Mac, help you in your working on your Mac, help you in your creative activities. There's a nice photo app, photo editor on here. So you can see there's lots of different apps. There are even some, here's the photo editor, Luminar Neo. There are some apps that use artificial intelligence. This one is LFAS for writing assistance. So it opens a whole world of apps that will help you with whatever you want to do. And they also have some nice tips in their blog on about these different apps and and other things like how to clear iCloud storage space, for example. So that is Setup. So in Setup, I use Paste, Clean My Mac X. That is a very handy app to keep your Mac running smoothly. iStat Menus, which tells me what's going on with my Mac's CPU and the temperature and the memory usage. So that's always very useful. Bartender, which I use on my MacBook Pro because of the smaller screen. It allows you to have your menu bar or your menu bar items in different lists, so you can turn off the ones you don't use as much and get to them when you need them, but they're not up there cluttering your menu bar when you don't. And then another one that I kind of just learned about, which also has a clipboard manager but has more functionality, called Unclutter, which helps you manage your files and everything on your Mac. So now back to our regularly scheduled program. Setup is not sponsoring this, by the way. Wish they were, but they're not. So Shift Command V is how you activate these clipboard managers. And since I have 3 clipboard managers installed right now, you would only have one. I'm not going to use Shift Command V because it brings them up all 3 at once. So that's no good. So first of all, we're going to look at a free clipboard manager called Clip Tools. So here we go. And I'm looking at Leslie Ann's question here. What's the best photo app for editing out tourists? Oh, okay. There is an app on there, Leslie Ann, on Setup, and I saw it, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But I will find that out and let you know. Hi, Judy. So let's do Clip Tools. So to demonstrate Clip Tools, we're going to go back here. We're going to get out of playing Keynote so we can paste some things in here. And up here in the menu bar, let's zoom in a little bit so you can see that. See this little suitcase here with a wrench on it? That is Clip Tools. So here we are. Here are the last 6 things that I copied, so they're right here. You can also paste the date, or you can paste the date and the time. And then down here at the bottom, it has instructions. So it'll tell you in details how to use Clip Tools, which is really nice. So let's go back up here to the top, and let's zoom out a little bit. So now I'm going to click, and you can see here it pasted some notes that I had from helping a client. So we'll get rid of that. So that's how Clip Tools works. Let's look at PasteBot. So PasteBot is up here. It is a little cube. Let's go up there. There it is, with two little eyes in it. So let's zoom out a little bit, and we'll click on that, and we'll open the main window and zoom out some more. So here's PasteBot. So again, here are the things that I copied recently. So if I double click on that and I paste, then there it is. So we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to look at paste. So let's see here. Okay, you're not seeing the icons. Okay, well, I guess my zoom is not working the way I thought it did. So here we go. Now you see the icon. So up here in the menu bar, so here's PasteBot, and here is Paste. So we're going to have to zoom out, and now you see down here on the bottom, this this is how Paste shows you all of it, all the things that I've copied. So hi Judy. Oh, who else we got? Okay, thanks. So let me get rid of that. And we're back in the Finder. I don't know why this doesn't go away. Okay. So if I click on Paste up here, you can see there it is. I can search for anything. So let's say I want to search for Universal. There it is, Universal Clipboard. I double click on that and paste, and there it is. So basically they all work the same. They just display your copied information in a different way. So let's look here at Universal Clipboard. So you have to make sure you are set up to use a Universal Clipboard and you have the proper hardware and software. So it requires iOS 10 or later, which means an iPhone 5, iPad Pro, 4th generation iPad, any iPad Air, iPad Mini 2 or later, and an iPad Touch 6th generation or later. And then on the Mac side, you have to have Mac OS Sierra, MacBook of 2015, MacBook Pro 2012, same thing for an Air, a Mini, an iMac, iMac Pro, iMac Pro from 2013 and Mac Studio from 2022. So if you have all that, then you can turn on Universal Clipboard by going to your settings on your Mac and making sure your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, and handoff is turned on in the system settings, and the same thing on your iOS devices. So let's demonstrate Universal Clipboard. So I'm going to turn on my iPhone here, and I'm going to show it to you. There we go. So on this side is the direct connection to the iPhone, and on this side is a picture of the iPhone so you can see what I am doing. So we're going to go into Safari, and there's our friend the squirrel again. So we're going to go down here, and we're going to copy some text by pressing down and then grabbing the little handle, expanding the text, and tapping on it, and tapping on copy. Okay, so now we're going to go to Keynote. We're going to get out of Keynote's play version. We're going to paste, and we'll make that a little bigger. Command A to select all. Make it 77. Oops, that's a little too big. 77 pixels, so there it is. And of course I could do it the other way around. So we're going to delete that. And also handoff. So we're going to go to the Finder, and down here in the lower right hand corner we see an icon for Safari with a little circle, and this is supposed to be an iPhone. It tells you when you mouse over it that it's from the iPhone. So now we're going to zoom out. We're going to click on this, and now we're bringing up the same page that we had on our iPhone on our Mac. So that's handoff. So two things that you can do there, and of course you can do it the other way around as well. So let me just copy this picture. So there we copied an image, and the reason I did that was so I can show you that in paste, some of these, especially the free ones, won't do images, but paste will. So you can see here, there's that picture in paste. So we could go back here into Keynote, go back to paste, double click that, and there it is in our Keynote. So that's Universal Clipboard. So we will go back here to Keynote. And say, are there any questions? Please share the GoFor Gazette with anybody you know that uses Apple devices so we can help more people. Also, if you don't get automatic updates on Zoom, like some of us, there was an update yesterday to version 5.15.11. So make sure your Zoom is up to date. And lest I forget, have a safe Labor Day weekend. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Click that little bell so that you'll be notified when we are live, like we are right now. So let's see if we have any other questions. So this is a very good question here from Leslie Ann. Is handoff in the settings? And Labor Day is next Monday. So the first Monday in September. Okay, so let's go to settings. And let's see, I think I have settings here. So this is, we're on Ventura on this computer. So I'm going to see if we can go to settings so you can see it. There they are. Okay, so what you do in settings on Ventura, you can search for it. Actually, I think you can do this on older operating systems as well. So we would just type in handoff. There you go. And you can see here we have airdrop and handoff, allow handoff. We click on that. And up here, allow handoff between Mac and your iCloud devices. And you just switch this little switch. So the blue is showing. That means handoff is on. So that's the way that works. So if you have any questions after we leave us live Go for Lunch, you can call me or you can email me. And those contacts will come up here as we end Go for Lunch for today. We'll be back next week, same time, same station. Thank you, everybody, for attending. We'll see you next week.